What's going on, guys? Honey Glacier today to bring you a video kind of talking about the newest meta that's on inside Destiny 2, and it's not stasis, it's weapon related. And it's actually a really nice change of pace when it comes to the weapon scene within Destiny 2, because for a long time it has been, at least for people that loved hand cannons at least, it has been 150 hand cannons, 150 RPM hand cannons, but since Beyond Light has become a thing, all 150s have been changed over to 140s, with the exception of Sunshot, and you'd think at that point 140s would be the meta. Because 140s, even within this meta right now, they're still really strong. They're still really viable. They're still very competitive. But for me personally, I know for a lot of other people, the go-to hand cannons have been for this season are the newly buffed 110s, which are now 120s. These hand cannons are slower firing, but they're a lot faster than what they were before. And they're overall, I think they're fantastic weapons. They're great. I have found the most success I've had in gunfights with this season, since the DLC has dropped, since the changes to hand cannons with 120s. The sad part is there's not very many 120s used within the sandboxes right now that aren't sunsetted. So the three main ones that come to my head when I think about 120s is True Prophecy, which you can't even get anymore. They took it out of the loophole for some reason, which is kind of crazy in my mind. The Steady Hand, which is from the Iron Banner, which I've been loving the Steady Hand. I farmed like Iron Banner all in one day just for another Steady Hand. I finally got a decent one. It has moving target and Iron Grip. I haven't tried it out in PvP yet. But Steady Hand's a fantastic hand cannon. It feels like a headshot magnet, honestly. Almost all these 120s do. And then you have the Sturm, which is... Dude, the Sturm is fucking great. I mean, I'm gonna lie, the Sturm is a top tier hand cannon to use. If you would have told me back in 2017, 2018, 2019, that in 2021 I'd be I'd be using Sturm quite a bit inside Crucible, I would think you're crazy. I did have a video on Sturm before the DLC hit. When it was a 110, I had a 33 kill game with it. I still like Sturm, actually, before the buff. I still thought Sturm was a very underrated hand cannon. But now with the changes to 120s, especially with Sturm, which the animation of the recoil hasn't changed at all, whereas the rest of the 110s have, it's definitely one of the best weapons to use, minus the fact that you don't get Icarus. That's the only thing that sucks about it. But things like the Duke, which I hope... I'm not big on reissuing weapons at all. I want new weapons in the game. But if they reissue one hand cannon, I want them to reissue the Duke. And Offstringer, at least. But especially the Duke. The Duke needs its time to shine, bro. I have so many good Dukes, and they're all fucking amazing inside regular PvP. But to be able to take it in, like, inside Trials or Iron Banner, that'd be great. But 120s overall, they're just so good, man. I really don't... Like, in most fights, I can outgun almost every 140. 120s kind of suck, though, at the point where you have to have good aim. And that's what I really appreciate about this meta, especially everyone else using 120s. It relies heavily on aim. And if you miss one headshot in a gunfight with a 120, and your opponent doesn't, you're fucked. Like, that's all it is. That's why I like 120s so much. It takes some sort of aim and focus to use them. Which, I've said they're headshot magnets for the most part, but you still have to put in some account, you have to aim at some point, to some degree. But as compared to like the 150s, which a lot of people call them the spam cannons, which I can kind of understand to a point. 120s definitely require, to me, more skill to use. But they're the most rewarding, dude. Like, the 2-tap potential in 120s is insane. And I'm not just talking about True Prophecy with Rampage, dude. Charged with Light. You got a Charged Light build like I do. We have Charged Light and Taking Charge. That's 2 taps, dude. Even with one stack, it's a 2-tap. And not even then. Some people just run low resilience, and a lot of people at low resilience can get 2-tapped. And there's nothing more rewarding than a 2-tap, okay? It's just fucking great. I know Hog Moon has its 2-tap potential and its 1-tap potential. That requires a couple circumstances to go into play. You don't have that with 120s. They always have 2-tap potential. And that's great. And that's what I love about it. But overall, I just want to talk about 120s are fantastic. Like I said, the top 3 in my opinion when it comes to end the game, like Trials, Iron Banner, True Prophecy, Steady Hand, and Sturm. They're all great choices. I wish there was more. I wish they'd reissue a lot of the other 110s like Duke. You could put in Criminal's Dagger. I have a Criminal's Dagger that I like a lot. But I forgot about that one, actually. But yeah, I think they need to start passing out more 110s or 120s, whatever they are. They need to start giving more of them out, because that's definitely the go-to hand cannons right now. And there's not much variety in them. That's what sucks about it, because we're going in the same path as the 150s. There's not much variety when it comes to that meta. It's only a few things. Granted, I think it's about the same, honestly. The same amount of choices. I just hope they start issuing more 120s. 140s, like I said, have a place. 140s are still really good to use. But 120s are definitely, when it comes to damage output and range in general, they're the go-to. 100%, most definitely. The most above average players we use. That's honestly, yeah, that's all I really want to talk about. Is just like, you know, my I just want to make a video on it because I like 120s. And I was going to make a Stern video, but I just thought I'd put it into this too. I probably will still upload the Stern video. It doesn't have any commentary at all. But as for right now, I just want to talk about 120s in general. I love them. They're so good. They're crispy. I love them so much. LOL. And yeah, so far I'm enjoying, besides Stasis, I'm enjoying the weapon meta as well because everything seems perfectly balanced. Like, I love the weapon balancing inside the PvP right now. It's really good. It's really well done. And I gotta give kudos to Bungie on that one. They did a good job with it. Just Stasis, man, we get a good way to get that, you know, balanced to more for PvP. I think Crucible will be in a great spot. But otherwise, that's all I want to talk about. Enjoy the rest of the video. It's just clips for me from the whole day playing Iron Banner. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day, and yeah, whatever. Don't be crazy like they did in the Capitol. LOL. Bye.
This dude just fucking popped out of nowhere on my screen. He didn't show up on fucking radar or anything. What kind of fucking spawn is that? Come around a fucking corner, here comes some fucking Ice Titan faggot. I don't give a fuck. I kinda just...
You made it look almost effortless, but I know better.
Well, if you died once, it would still show up as a 20.0.